Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video. It's the AI guy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you a quick and easy way to generate a custom dataset of hundreds or thousands of images that already come with labels and are annotated with bounding boxes. All the hard work is done for you. By the end of the video, you'll have your own custom dataset gathered and ready to be trained on by YOLO version 3. So let's get right into the video. So first things first, I'm going to be showing you where we're going to be getting all these images from. So you're going to want to go ahead and Google Open Images Dataset and go down and get version 5. So Open Images Dataset is an open source dataset of images, over 9 million images that has been put together by Google. So you're going to want to go ahead and click Explore, and then it'll bring you automatically to a class. So we're on watermelon. That was just random. And you're going to want to go over to segmentation and click on detection. That'll show bounding boxes. And if you go to options, you can click the first box so that you only see watermelon boxes. You don't see other boxes like plant. And you can go ahead and look through this category. This is a great starting point for if you're trying to learn how to do a custom YOLOv3 object detector. So this dataset that Google's put together of over 9 million images has over 600 classes. So just like this, like watermelon, you can scroll down. You see this list is huge. And if we go and click on another one, so let's go click on B. We have hundreds or thousands of images of bees that already come with labels and bounding boxes around them. So this is going to shortcut so much of your time trying to put together a data set if you can just go ahead here and find a class you're going to work with. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how we actually get these images downloaded and how we can work with them. So luckily for us, an amazing toolkit was built that allows us to actually download the images of a certain class or any number of classes that we desire. So just a disclaimer that I was not the one who created this toolkit. This is my repository, the AI Guy's code, but I've forked it from the original toolkit. And what I've done is I've added a Python script that will convert the labels and annotations from the format that this toolkit generates into the format that YOLO version 3 takes in for its training. This will allow you to have a fully ready to go data set using this toolkit for YOLO version 3. So first things first is you're going to want to go over to my repository, so the AI Guy's code, and then it's OID version 4 underscore toolkit. I'll put a link to this repo in the description of this video. So once you're here, you're going to want to go ahead and click on the clone or download and just copy this, the clone, or download the code as zip. And then you're going to want to go, if you're on Windows, open up a PowerShell or command prompt, or if you're on Mac or Linux, open up your shell. So you're going to go to whatever folder you want to download the code in. So I'm just in my C repos is where I put all my code. So I'm going to do git clone and then right click. So we're going to clone in the repository with all the code. Perfect. It's quick. And then we're just going to cd into it. So I'll go ahead and mention that Python is a requirement for this demo. So if you don't have Python installed, you want to go ahead and do that. So your first command is going to be to pip install -r requirements.txt. And what this will do is this will just make sure that you have all the libraries. This will go ahead and get all the libraries for you so that you're ready to run the commands. I should already have all of them downloaded, so you'll see that my requirements are all satisfied, but it might take a little bit as it goes ahead and downloads them for you. So now we are ready to just go ahead and get our classes. So I recommend going back to the open images and searching, pausing the video and taking some time to search for one of the classes that interests you or that maybe you want to make a custom detector with. So go ahead, find one of them, and then start back here when you're done. So once you have your class that you want to go, you're going to go back to your shell and you're going to type the command Python main.py downloader, and then you're going to do -- classes. So this is where you put your class. So I'm going to do balloon, so I just write in balloon, and then if you put a space, you can just keep writing as many classes as you want. So I'll download images for 2 classes. I'll do balloon, and I'll go airplane. One thing to note here is that if you're looking for a class, for example, bell pepper, that has a space, it's 2 words and it has a space in between. In the shell, when you're writing in that class, instead of having, okay, I'll just show you. So instead of going bell pepper like this, because it's going to think that's 2 different classes, you want to do bell underscore pepper. So just replace the space with an underscore. Okay, perfect. So now you're going to want to go and do -- again and do type underscore CSV. So what this does is this allows you to choose where you're getting the images from within the data set. So it's looking for the subset. So it's either going to look for in the training data or in the validation and test data. So the training data is where the majority of the images are because it's the largest percentage of your data set. So I recommend always keeping this as type CSV train because that's going to allow you to download the more images if you require. And then you're just going to go -- limit, and this is how many of each class, how many images you want to download. So for this example, I'll just go ahead and download 400 images of each, but I could easily put this as like 2,000 or however many images I want. You can put a high amount. So we're just going to go ahead and run that command. So when you first run the command, you'll see that the OID v4 downloader pops up on the screen, which means it's running properly. And there's 2 CSV files that you need to download. So you're just going to go ahead and do Y, enter, Y, enter, and it's going to go ahead and grab both of those 2 CSVs that kind of work as indexing to allow you to grab the images and download the proper images. So we're going to go ahead and let this download, and then we'll come back. So the CSVs are done downloading, and now you can see it's going ahead and getting, in the pink, it's getting now the balloon images first. So it's downloading from the training images, and it says that it's found over 3,000 images that are labeled and annotated for balloons. So you can see how you could easily go and get thousands of images for balloons if that was what you were doing your detection on. But I'm limited at 400, so it's going to go ahead and download the 400 images, and then it's going to do the same for airplanes as well. So I'll come back when I have all the images downloaded because it is a lot of images, so it might take a couple minutes. So when the images are done downloading and it's complete, you're going to want to go and open up a file folder, and inside the Toolkit OID folder, Dataset, and this will be train, validate, or test depending on what you chose for your type CSV. I chose train, and then you're going to see whichever classes you chose to do. So I have airplane, and I have my 400 images of airplanes, and then there should be a label folder also, and if you go ahead in here, there should be a txt file which has the annotations for each of the images. So we can go ahead and open one, and we can see that this image would have 6 airplanes in it, and it gives the coordinates. But this is not the format we want. This format gives you the X minimum, Y minimum, so that coordinate, the top left coordinate, and then it gives you the X max and the Y max, which is the bottom right coordinate. So if we go ahead and open up the repository GitHub, we can see this image shows that clearly. So the format it returns is it gives us this top left coordinate and the bottom right coordinate, as well as the label in like written format. So it says airplane. So now we want to go ahead and convert this into a format that YOLO accepts for training so that we can train a custom detector. So you're going to want to go ahead and go back to your root directory, and you should have a classes.txt file. So you're going to want to go ahead and open that up, and you're going to want to write 1 class per line. So I did airplane and I did balloon. So you're going to go ahead and write one class per line for whichever classes you decided to download. So that's what I did. I did airplane and balloons. I'm going to go ahead and save that, and then I can close it. So now we're ready to go back to our shell, and all we have to do is do Python, and then it's convert annotations. Don't need that. So that's that simple. Python convert annotations.py. Go ahead and click enter. And it's going to go ahead and convert the annotations for each of those txt files. So we'll wait for this to download, and then we'll go and check it out. So it looks like airplane's done. So we'll go back to our file folder, go back down to OID, dataset, train, and airplane. And now we should see that there is now a txt file in the folder where the images are for each image. So there's still the ones in the label, but now there should also be ones inside of the folder above. So we're going to go ahead and open that up, and we can see that it is now in a different format. So it has converted our label to a number value, and this goes back to the classes.txt. So airplane was on the first line, the 0th line. So it has a 0, and if there's a balloon, it would be a 1. So that's how YOLO notices its classes. And then it has converted the coordinates into YOLOv3 normalized version. So it's done it for you. Now all of your images come with a txt file that is in the YOLO version 3 format and ready to be trained on. One thing I will mention, because now you would want to go ahead and move all of these images and files into your darknet where you have your darknet installed. If you don't have darknet already installed, I recommend checking my previous video where I go through the whole installation and download process. That'll go ahead and get you set up and ready to now go ahead with the custom detections. I'm not gonna do the custom detection, all of that jazz in this video. I have another video planned that will be released in the next week or two, and that'll go over how to set up the custom detection. So if you want to see that video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and like this video and give me a comment down below saying custom detection, and that'll go ahead and rush me to get it finished up. So you have this finished. One extra command that helps to know is if you can add -- multi-classes and set it to 1 when you're running the command for Python downloader and getting the classes. By setting multi-classes to 1, what it will do is it will actually download all of your classes that you've chosen, and it'll do one common folder for all of them. So it'll have the airplane and balloon images inside of this folder. That way when you do the conversion, you have all the images you want for your custom detector and all the annotations all in one place, easy to transfer over. So yeah, that's that. And I'll go ahead. I have done the custom detection for balloon and for airplane. So I'll go ahead and run the command that I showed you guys last time, but it's pointing to my custom object.data, my custom YOLO config, as well as my custom weights. So if I run this on balloon.jpg, which I took from Google Images, it'll go ahead and find the annotations on it, and you can see that it found the balloon. It's not perfect because I didn't run it to the full extent and on as many images. I did it for time, so I just ran it on like a quarter of the amount of time I should have. But you can see it still works. And then I will also show you one on airplane. So this will go ahead and work too. If you want to see this video, I'm going to stress it again. Subscribe to the channel, drop a like, and comment down below saying custom detection. Get me to finish up this video, and I will go through step by step how I got to this point and made the custom detection, setting it up and training it. So if you guys want to see that video, I urge you to drop a like on this. And in the meantime, if you want to go ahead, you can go over to the repository I showed you for darknet in my previous video, Alexi AB's darknet. And if you just Control F and look for how to train on custom objects, he will go ahead and give you some insights here on what to do. And this is what my next video will be based off of. It'll be how to do the custom detections and setting it up so that you can train and have a custom object detection for YOLOv3 up and running. So that's it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.